This is Three Board Bros, and today we're going to be showing you how to play Dutch Blitz.
So Dutch Blitz is a Amish-made game. Well, it's made by DutchBlitz.com or whatever. But anyway, it has two Amish people on the front, so I'm guessing it's an Amish game. But anyway, so it's a very fun game that we all like to play. Our whole family, we enjoy this game a lot. Four of you can play with this game. It's a 2 to 4 player game, so it's most families that can do it. But if you have more people in your family than 4 players, you can get the expansion, which is this one, the blue one. There's green and then there's the blue. One says expansion pack and one says original pack. You're probably going to want the original pack, although I don't know what the difference is between the two. Besides colors and whatever, decals or whatever you would call them. Anyway, so we're going to open it up. So you open it up. You have 2 decks, sorry. 4 decks and 1 instruction manual. So keep that over there. So each deck has a different color and character thing or whatever on the front of it. One has a yellow bucket. You're not going to be using that this round because there's only 3 of us. One has a blue plow. One has a red carriage. And one has a green water pump. So I'm going to be using the green water pump. Graydon will be using the blue plow, and Gabriel will be using the carriage. So we already know how to play the game, so we don't need the instruction manual either. So what you're going to do first is you're going to take them out of the rubber bands if you have them in rubber bands. Personally, we believe that rubber bands are better for keeping them safe. Yes, I meant to say that quickly. Anyway, so now you have your deck out. It's a 40-card deck. Not like your normal deck, which is 52 cards. I know that from 52 card pickup. Played it many times. Anyway, so the first thing you're going to do is shuffle your deck. Although they look like they're already shuffled because there's so many colors inside, yours will not. So you shuffle your deck, and then you count out 10 cards. So you count out 10 of your cards. You put that deck down on the table, face up. Then you put out 3 cards. So this right here is your blitz pile. And you put out 3 cards, and that is your post pile. I think that's what they call it. The rest of your deck is your wood pile. Yeah, it's a pile. Anyway, these are not piles. These are just 1 card, 3 cards actually, well, lined up beside them. They are all face up on the table. So, before you start, you're going to want to know how you start. So, for instance, this card is a 1, right? So this number 1 from Graydon's deck, when the game starts, he's going to want to play that. That's what you want to play first. That's how the game is going to start. You play your 1s. Then you play your next card, which counts your counting up card, which would be a 2. He also has a 2. Then I would play my 3. So that goes up. Now Graydon already has 2 points in the game. I have 1 point in the game. So that's how you count points. So we'll put those cards back, and if there was no 1s in your deck or anywhere here, which you can play off of this, and any of these cards you can play, if there was no 1 here, you would just draw 3, or go like this, 1, 2, 3, then you flip it over. Whatever that card is, you can play. You can't go searching through these cards to play these cards. You have to play the top one, then you can play the second one, and so on. So you can keep doing this until your deck is gone, and then you just keep recycling through it. So once you find a 1, you play your 1 or your 2 or so on until on the other cards that are on the table. So we'll start for you by playing. Graydon's going to play his 1, and we're going to show you what happens when he plays that. So once he places 1, he immediately replaces his 1 with this card, a 7 for this case, but whatever his card is from here, he'll place back. If I was to play this card, I play this 4, I put it here, which opens up this card. And you keep doing that until you're out of this deck. Once you're out of this deck, you can say Dutch Blitz. Or if you don't want to say Dutch Blitz and you just want to keep getting points, the point is to get 74 points, I think, or maybe 72. 75, whatever. Anyway, the point is to get 75 points. So you have to play your cards until you have 75 points, and the person with 75 points will win. So we have a notebook here that we'll be keeping score with. So when we get to 75 points, well, actually, we're not going to keep score with it. You're going to keep score with it. Not with this notebook, with a different notebook. But anyway, you'll keep score with your notebook until you have 75 points. Now, you can technically just play until you run out of this deck.
You have 3 post piles and 1 blitz pile. Now, the point of the game is to get rid of all the cards in your blitz pile. If you don't, then each card that's still in your blitz pile, when someone yells Dutch Blitz or says Dutch Blitz, it's -2 points for each card. And also, so for this, I have a green 6, and I can't play it out here. Well, we didn't really start playing anyways, but I have a green 7. So what you can do with a green 6 and a green 7, if you have it like this, or like a blue 5 and a blue 4, but I don't have a blue 4. So you can put it on the other, and then you have a new card open. So if there was a blue 1 out, I could take this blue 2 and play it out in the play area. But for now, I can just do the green 6. And then I can continue going through this, and I can put cards on top of these, like if a red 2, I can put on the red 3. That's not really that useful. It's just, I guess, to make sure you remember that card and you can place it out there if you have a red 1, if there's a red 1 in play, but otherwise you don't really need to do that. But also, you can play directly off the blitz pile. Everything has to be the same color if you're playing it. It has to be in counting order.
So the piles out here are the Dutch piles. To play on them, you have to play on the higher number, in counting order. So I could play this blue 4 on the blue 3. But over here, this red 5, if I was going to play something on it, I would have to play a red 4. The lower number has to go on top, but still counting order. So remember, the higher number has to go on there, and the lower number has to go on there.
Okay, so when you're playing, the cards that you most want to get rid of are these blitz pile, or the blitz pile cards. If you have a green 8 in your Dutch or in your wood pile, and you have a green 8 in your blitz pile, you're gonna want to play your green 8 from your blitz pile, not your Dutch or not your wood pile. Because this, when you run out of this, that's how you win. The things that you want to play last is the wood pile. These cards are more important to play first because these are the cards that you need to play to win or not to take any points out of your points. Anyway. So we're just going to start playing for you to show you how to play. So we already have this pile out in the open. So right now we'll just continue playing how we would normally play. So let's get started, guys. Come on. And if you haven't noticed, there are no turns. So you can have as many piles out in the open as you need, or as many as you can get. And then there's no limit to how many piles can be out there. Oops, forgot to move that over. Let's see. So if you were to run into where you can't play any cards, what you would do is you would take the top card of your wood pile and put it on the bottom of your deck, or of your wood pile, and that would help you be able to cycle through more cards and get different cards. Even though it seems like a seemingly useless thing, it still does something.
And then everyone would cycle through the blue pile. I'm out by a blitz pile, but I'm choosing to keep going for points.
I did the same thing.
And I'm apparently the loser. So the highest points that you can get to in a deck is 10. Once there's 10 cards in a deck, you just simply set it to the sides so that there's more room for more decks. Or, yeah, Dutch decks. Yeah, Dutch decks. And if at the end of your deck or your wood pile, if you just have to cycle through and you can only cycle through 2 cards, you still just flip those over and it doesn't matter that you can't pull the 3rd card out. You don't grab that from the other thing, you just flip them over.
So now I've cleared all 3 of my post piles and my blitz pile, and I'm just still going to give them points.
I also finished all 3 of my post piles and my blitz pile, but I'm just still trying to get more points.
I've also finished nothing. Okay, now we're just going to pretend that somebody said Dutch Blitz because nobody said Dutch Blitz and show you how the game ends. At the end of the game, when you finish all those things, and you don't want to get any more points, not like these two. They just want to make the game drag on so that I feel like a big loser. Anyway, at the end of the game, when you run out of your Blitz deck, or your Blitz pile, and your post pile, well, you just have to run out of this. You can say Dutch Blitz, and at that point in time, everybody stops playing cards, and you look at the decks and you count. So you look at the decks. Now whatever you have here counts against you. So all of these big cards count against you. So each card counts for 2 points. So if I played 2 cards in here, one of these cards will go away. If I play 2 more cards, one of these cards will also go away. So on and so on and so on until I finally have no cards left and no more points. So then you set so with your post pile, which is the 3 cards in front of or beside your blitz pile, the one that you're trying to get rid of. That's your blitz pile. You just put that over with your wood pile. That doesn't do anything. It doesn't count as points against you. It just sits there. Now you just have to look at that. So he's handing me my cards, the cards that I played in the decks. So I counted these cards, the ones that I had extra in my blitz pile, and there were 6 of them. So you have to double that and then subtract that doubled number, which in this case would be 12. So I have to subtract 12 from the cards that I played in the thing, which are not a lot. But anyway, so I also counted these just a minute ago. It's 11 cards, which means I have -1 points, which means I really lost. But anyway, you're gonna try to not get negative points. Even having 1 point is better than having negative points. I hope you know that. But anyway, yeah.
So I don't have to subtract any points because I played all my blitz pile. But if I didn't play all my blitz pile, then I would have to subtract points like Garrett did.
Since I also didn't have any cards in my blitz pile left, every card that I played counts as a point, and I had 36.
There are points down on our notebook, and of course we all know I have -1 point. Gabriel had 30, and Graydon had 36. So unfortunately he won. No offense. Unfortunately, the youngest won. Oldest did not. We lost. Mostly me. So please comment if you have any questions, or if you just want to say something about the game that you noticed that we didn't explain, or that I don't know, anything that you added to the game to make it more fun or something. So please comment on that. Right now, we're gonna show you the expansion a little bit closer. So this game has a green water pump, a blue plow, a red wagon, and a yellow yellow bucket. And the expansion has the same sorts of things, but they're different colors. So the expansion has a blue water pump. Okay. So it has a blue water pump. The original pack has a green water pump. So expansion blue, water pump, original pack, green, water pump. So I'll put the expansions at the back. The expansion also has a yellow wagon versus a red wagon. I'm gonna place them like right behind each other so that you can really see what they are, differences. The expansion also had a red plow. Well, it's kind of orange, but a red plow. I think it's supposed to be red. And the normal pack has a blue plow. The bucket from the original, the original pack is yellow. The bucket from the expansion pack is green. So here were all the different things about the expansion pack, the different colors. They will have different colors and different things, although they are the same, like, pictures, they're different colors so that you can know the differences. So yeah.
So the colors are important and the whatever's on them is important. So when you sort them at the end of the game, you know whose cards are whose.
Anyway, hope you enjoyed this game. This is Dutch Blitz. Again, we'll leave a link below for you guys to check out if you guys want to see it. Also for the expansion if you want to get that too. So yeah, thanks for watching. Please comment, like, subscribe, and we'll see you next time on 3 Board Bros.